A great song is the best marketing tool a musician can have, but there's one thing that can really pour fuel on the fire to that, which is a great music video. We all share our favorite songs with our friends, but an amazing music video teamed with a great song can be eventful enough to often break careers and do more than anything else to give your song the legs it needs to grow your fan base. In this video, I'm going to tell you how the artists you love develop their music videos that help them build fan bases so that you don't make another boring video we've seen 1,000 times that will never help your song get shared. Hi, I'm Jesse Cannon and this is Musformation. Many people think that to make a great music video, it's all about hiring the right director. And while that does help, but what happens before the director is hired is far more important to making sure that they can do a good job and make it go far for a group. What happens in professional music circles before a director is hired is a creative brief is filed. Oh wait, this is the music business. So really what happens is someone takes notes in their iPhone and they either copy those notes into an email or they tell the director what was discussed on a phone call. But today we're going to talk about the stage before the director gets those treatments and what is in these cheesy creative brief things. And even if you're going to self-direct, this will help you get focused on what your video should be. Since oftentimes if you have a more clear idea of what your music video should be and the goals you want to attain with it, the more potent it's going to be to get your song to as many eyes as possible. Plus you can always see if the director could beat a good idea you have or add to it. So to guide us, I want to go back to the episode where we discussed doing a SWOT analysis. Click the card that's up now or the link below if you didn't watch it. Even if you have already watched that video, there's one thing I want to add to this SWOT analysis. This is called perceptions you'd like to change. What I mean by this is that almost every group I talk to says there's something people don't get about their group, that they think the wrong thing of them, or they don't understand about them and they'd like to change it. What I mean by this is that the group is usually fixated on a flaw and then they like to change or something they wish their audience thought of them. I can barely think of a single time I've hung out with a band I haven't heard them go on and on about this and something their audience thinks about them that isn't true. This is so important since music videos are a thing you can do to control the message and aesthetic for which you can accomplish so many objectives. And since this is the most money you will probably spend in your marketing, if we can take advantage of changing this perception, we probably should. So let's start by defining the purpose of a music video above all else. While there's many purposes, they're all downstream from this single one. We want to make the viewer more excited about your song so that they tell someone else to watch it. That is the be-all, end-all. If you make a video that doesn't serve this purpose, you are wasting an opportunity to gain fans and wasting all the effort you're going to put into this music video. And that's understanding what you're trying to accomplish and the modes that you can work within to accomplish it. So if the question you are asking when you're trying to develop a music video is, why would your fans tell someone else to watch this? What are the confines we have to work within? Let's break it down.
They say every movie can put in one of two categories: a stranger comes to town or things will never be the same. So in the vein of that idea, over the last decade, I've tried to put every video I've watched into what categories they fall into. And I came up with these 6 categories for music videos. And every time I'm developing a music video, I try to think about what category we should choose so that people will share it. In future videos, we're going to really go into detail of each one, but I want to go through how each of these work and talk about them each a little bit. The first category, as you can see, is get everyone horned up. This is the most common type of video since 1, musicians often have egos, and 2, this is the cheapest way to make a music video oftentimes. But I will also say this often leads to the lamest videos there are since so many people fail at this since the visual aesthetic has to work well for these videos to do the job of getting people to share them and, most of all, getting horned up. I mean, there's like 3,000 videos that are the room level failures of thinking they are getting the audience horned up and they are definitely not. So what are these videos? They're often dance videos, performance videos, posing videos, where the main idea is to just show the hot person and get everybody all hot and bothered. The way these videos pass the test of why someone would watch them and share with their friends is they want to have their friend bask in their horned upness with someone else, which admittedly is really weird. But hey, I don't make the rules and we all know that someone sent a video and said, "Hey, look how hot this person looks in this video to you." Wait, only me? I gotta get new friends. The next type of video we have is spectacle. This is showing people something they haven't seen before with visually stunning imagery that will get people to send it to their friends because they can't believe what they just witnessed. It can be as simple as Sisqó's glow-in-the-dark beach concert in the Thong Song video, onto the grotesque shock of Aphex Twin's Come to Daddy video, or the amazing visuals in Window Licker. People want to share it because they can't believe their eyes. Third, we have This Is Who We Are. This is another common type of video is becoming increasingly popular where you just show who you are off stage. I do like these because when they are well done, they make your audience wish they could hang out with you, and fans often bond deeper with you, which makes them want to support you, and they will share it with their friends because they look at how cool you are and wish they could hang out with you. The next type of video we have is change of perception. This video shifts the perception of the artist, whether it's a new look to go with a new album, onto just showing who they are and a new attitude they're not known for. It takes care of the objective we discussed before of changing what the audience thinks of the group. These tend to work better, though, for established artists, since they usually inspire a share from someone telling their friend that they should see how you've changed, and they want to show their friend and discuss what it is that you've done that's new. But this type of video is also most often combined with the others for it to work. Then we have accent the emotion. These videos often have the lyrical theme acted out or visuals that try to bring to life what the song sounds like. Fans share these videos with their friends because they are blown away by the synergy of your song and emotion combined and want to share that experience with a friend since they're emotionally bowled over. Our sixth and last category is That Was Funny. These are videos that make the audience laugh out loud, and then fans want to share it with their friends since they think it's clever or funny. And let's be honest, the basic currency of the internet today is people sending funny things back and forth and lolling. So let's go a little deeper on these categories. For videos that the purpose is to get everybody horned up, these type of videos are often interspersed into all the other formats. Since when you have a hot person, you might as well get everybody horned up while doing the other things, since it usually sells. We all know the saying, sex sells. Now granted, these tend to just be the artist shots in the video and the parts that we show the artist doing something while something else goes on, but there's a lot of videos that sole purpose are to get you horned up, like this Madonna video. Let's also remember hot is subjective and charisma goes a long way, so even if you aren't conventionally attractive, that doesn't mean your charisma can't get the audience horned up. Many videos have to be this since there's no budget, but the key is if you're going to do this type of video, walk in knowing what the traits of the hot person are, and make sure you capture them as well as you can and play the hand you are dealt with as many strengths as possible. There's so many examples of this that I don't feel the need to name them, but you just watch 10 of them intercut over this narrative. Plus, I've made a playlist that's linked below of every video in this video, so you can watch some masterclasses on great videos in each category. Then we have spectacle videos, which are often used to show your depth as an artist, and are often combined with wow that's funny, and especially a change in perception, since videos often show your audience that you have an artsy side and want your audience to think of you as an artiste. Some great examples of this type of video are Billie Eilish's When the Party's Over or Bury a Friend. Sure, her audience hasn't seen Bjork videos or classic horror movies, so they look sick and they're shocking to young kids. Sticky Drama by Oneohtrix Point Never shows a crazy spectacle while also telling his audience of weirdos that he's right there with them. Sugar by Brockhampton perfectly shows the group as the artsy weird kids of hip-hop while making a video that is shocking for a beautiful song that people will share, thinking they can't believe that's what just dropped. FKA Twig's 2 Weeks video immediately established that she was more of an artsy person than a pop person in the Bjork lineage and showed exactly what her audience should think of her as. But spectacles aren't always just visually artsy things. Shakewell's Leg Lock is one of the best videos I've ever seen it, and I've shared it with probably 50 of my best friends. And even all those OK Go videos on treadmills were spectacle. This is Who We Are videos. Like I said, these videos get shared because you see a group of people and you say to your friend, damn, this is what I want to be a part of. These guys are cool as fuck. These videos do often fail because the people just aren't that cool. I mean, hanging around a living room watching Netflix is who you are, so you have to really think of what would inspire envy in your audience. Some great examples are the G-rated version of that Brockhampton video Sugar I just mentioned, where you can just picture suburban kids wishing they were cool enough to hang out with these guys. I also think of Brockhampton as the masters of this. I mean, Gold shows them hanging out in their LA neighborhood, just being the weird artsy kids of mainstream hip-hop. I also appreciate about Brockhampton that their videos seem to do double duty on reinforcing the emotion of the song consistently. Possibly the greatest video of all time in this genre is Thos Moser by Guppy and Fraxium, as it shows the internet culture and silliness of their personalities. After the 5th viewing of this video, you feel like you would know exactly what it's like to hang out with the two of them. And I'm convinced that this video is the genesis of what most videos will be like in the future. Kesha's TikTok introduced the world to an artist that came off as giving zero fucks, just as the lyrics described. The Beastie Boys fight for your right to find them for what they wanted to be, known as a dangerous group that your mom is not going to like. And same thing, danger is easy to do with this. Zilla Kami, aka City Morgue, made the scariest video, complete with them smoking God knows what, shooting up things and carrying bazookas. But you could also just have this be the behind the scenes of what you do on the road. Beyonce's 7-Eleven video shows exactly what her crew looks like on the road while getting everyone horned up. Next, let's talk about change of perception. I always think of the Sum 41 Fat Lip video as being the ultimate change of perception video. They had the impossible task of getting punk kids to accept rap and punk. They knew tons of punks listened to hip-hop, but they didn't didn't like them together, but this video showed punks enjoying a song with rap in it, and they incepted it into the brains of everyone who watched it, and the song became a hit. But it doesn't have to just be genre that you're changing perception on. It could be everything from showing that a child artist is now an adult. Hi, Miley. The 1975's video for The Sound projects the snark all the critics had about the band and then shows them looking at the critics showing they are comfortable with what they are doing, which then led them to become a critic's darling on their next release. Their video for Two Time showed their audience as multi-ethnic and that everybody belongs with them. Instead of thinking it's just whiny white emo kids, they showed that everyone likes them and did a great job of expanding their audience. Now let's talk about reinforce the emotion of a song type videos. I want to really get into this one since it's vast and hard to do. American Football's Never Meant shows the perfect awkwardness of emo kids falling in love, and is possibly the most twinkly emo video ever, and ironically captured an era of emo perfectly, yet the video wasn't even released for years after the song was written, and was kept in a box forever, and serves as a time capsule of that period. The Replacement's Bastard Young video is probably the best simple video of all time, and it captures exactly what the song is singing in such a simple image. Cashmere Cat's 9 tells a perfect story that just feels like the song and also gives you a change of perception of who the artist is if you only have seen him live. Carly Rae Jepsen's Emotion record is the perfect example on zoning in on these emotions perfectly, and the video for Run Away With Me looks like it was filmed by her boyfriend as they ran away together. Passion Pit's Carried Away plays up the dynamic of the lyrics perfectly, but there's also dark ways you can do this. Kilo Kish's Void video is a perfect example of the tension in the song as she fights with herself while creating a spectacle. And Tame Impala's Let It Happen does the same exact thing as one of the most perfect videos ever made for showing tension. As well, if you make retro music, Private's We Got Some Breaking Up to Do is a perfect retro throwback that plays up the look of that genre perfectly and feels exactly like the song. Our last category, That Was Funny, is so hard to do, but when it is right, it is the ultimate viral currency. You know, being funny often requires dialogue, but there's a few masterclasses in this in videos. The Menzingers' I Don't Want to Be an Asshole Anymore shows Jason Voorhees trying to be a stand-up guy, and it inspires the laughs. The classic example of this type of video would of course be a Blink-182 running naked through the streets. There's also a thing that everybody thinks is funny, it was when you put the artist in a weird situation. Charlie XCX's 1999 or her collaboration with Iggy Azalea for the Fancy video showed them in classic movie scenarios and makes the audience laugh at them being those characters. Red Fang's video for Wires shows the personality of the band perfectly while just taking a fun concept and making you laugh at the band being in that scenario. One of the funniest videos I've ever seen is Amy Mann's video for Labrador. It does a perfect send-up of her past as a huge artist and what it's like later in her career, showing both personality and making the audience laugh and want to share it.
So now that we went through all that, the message here is to find one of these lanes and figure out what works best for your song to work in and make a plan so that your video is more likely to go further. Take in your SWOT analysis along with any perception you'd like to change and consider what your video should contain, and then talk to potential directors about how to accomplish these goals. Lastly, what are some of your favorite music videos and examples of these? I want to go deeper on each of these categories in the future videos and would love to hear from you in the comments or over on my forum about some of your favorite music videos. As well, over on my forum, we're discussing what some of the best videos are in each of these categories, and we have threads up about each one, so come on by and tell us your favorites. That's it. Am I missing anything? Is there any way you would have done this? I need to know your questions and what no one else is telling you, since I want to answer them, so leave them in the comments. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe and get notified for my future videos, since I'm going to be breaking down the concepts in this video along with tons of others on promoting your music and how to make music you're more happy with. As well, I have a Facebook group that's linked below that is only helpful information. No one tried to sell you anything, playlist or con artists, only helpful information for musicians looking to be better themselves. If you want to learn more about me, make a record with me, or check out any of my books, podcasts, or anything else I do, head to jessecannon.com or at jessecannon on any of the socials. Thanks for watching. One last thing, if you liked this video, there's 2 playlists here with tons more videos that you'll probably enjoy. One's about how you promote your music, and the other's about how you make songs you're happy with. Otherwise, you can hit the subscribe button here to see the rest of my videos. Thanks so much for watching.